Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new here, my name is Enid. Today is going to be episode 9 of my bee journal series, and it's the grand finale. I'll be doing the final flip through. So sit tight and I'll be right back to get started. So here's the finished bee journal. For some reason, this project took me a long time and I never thought I'd get here, but here it is. So I just put this cotton ribbon piece of cloth that I cut down into a big ribbon to tie around the journal. And then you've already seen the bee, the spine dangle that I had made. And then I wound up putting some dangles on the bottom. So see if you can, I hope the lighting allows you to see it and it focuses. So this one has a little flower on it. And this one has a little bee at the bottom. And they're just little dangles that coordinate with the beads on the spine dangle. So let me untie it and we'll get started. So I decided not to put anything on the cover because I kind of like the cover as is, and I didn't want to cover it up. So that's why I just went with the bow. Anyway, so this is the front cover with the journal card that I had forgotten to stitch around, and I went back and did that. So that's that. Here you have a little dangle and you have the flip out and the ribbon on the edge of the page. Over here I just did a snippet along the edge of the page and attached a journal card with a mini paper clip. Another journal card, I stamped a bee and added the little gems as a flight pattern. And then this is one of the new inserts that I put in the signature. So kind of coordinates all with the sunflower theme of this. And then I just made this large journal card, which I had stitched on the edges in the pocket. Then over here I have the ribbon belly band with the big journal card. I stamped the bee and attached this mini journal card, again with a paper clip. Then over here I put the vellum pocket I had made with a tag and the yellow seam binding. This was a new insert to the signature, the vellum page. And then over here I had a pocket and I made a neutral signature card that I could put here. And again, it has stitching around it. This is one of my first attempts to stitch around the corner. I don't know if you can see like the horrible edges around it, but no, it is what it is. I like it. More ribbon on the edge. This is the clear pocket that I had made, put a journal card in, and then I stitched it so that I could have something behind it as well. So I made this large tag. So large tag with some ribbon at the top. Put a little flower here. And then here's, these are the new inserts as well. This floral page. So I just stamped the bee, more beads, more gems. One of the stamps that I made like a label out of it. And then here I replaced there was this card that I put all the way in the back right here. This journal card was in that place, but I replaced it with this one because I thought that, you know, it brought the flower theme and it livened up because it was like all a neutral. So now it's all floral. And again, this is one of the labels that I stamped on. These are labels that I stamped. And this label is one that I stamped as well. I stamped the label itself on book page and then put the smile stamp on there as well. And then here I made a belly band with a cluster on the top with some cheesecloth and some fabric. And then I have the big journal card here, very simple. I just added the bee fussy cut and another one of the labels that I stamped. And over here, I have one of the pockets that I made. I stenciled the honeycomb. I made this big journal card and this little journal card that I just put in here. And again, over here, I added ribbon and more ribbon over here on the edge of the page. Here is another one of the big pockets that I made. I added all these flowers and the bee fussy cut and put these 2 journal cards in there. So, and I tried to stitch around almost everything that I remembered to stitch. Some things got past me, but again, this was one of the inserts that I put in to the signature when I took them apart. And then over here, I just put a little fabric and paper cluster with a bee sticker from Michaels and more ribbon on the edge of the page. Here I use the washi on the edge of the page, a little honey sticker from Michaels because it went along with the honey theme on this page. And then I just made this very simple journal card. I added the field label and the flower sticker, little sunflower, and then I stitched around it in a zigzag. I stitched around that in a zigzag. And then over here is the little bag that I decorated. Put a little tag that I made with the yellow seam binding stitched around it. And then this is the vellum insert. And then here goes a top corner tuck that I fussy cut some bees. Put a bee sticker here. These are 2 of the labels that I stamped. And then over here, I just have 2 pockets opposite each other. I stamped the bee. Again, the tags that I made, I did some stitching on. Used the yellow seam binding. So that's that. A corner pocket. Here's the signature card, not the signature card, journal card that comes from my days long ago in banking, signature card. Sorry about that. But anyway, I put some glossy accents on that bee. I like the way that turned out. This is one of the labels that I made, and this number as well, and this label. These are all labels that I stamped. Then you can see the stitching. Here I just added the sticker and I stitched around this and coffee dyed the inside of that. Here I put a label and some ribbon on the edge of the page. A label that I stamped up here. I stamped the bee and made this journal card. This one I only stitched around the label that I stamped because I thought that the edge was already very detailed and the stitching wouldn't really show up. So I only stitched around the label, and I did some stitching on the pocket, added the butterfly, again stamped the bee. I might have said that already. This page, this is the end of signature 1. And so it just has a journal card. Yeah, journal card applied to it with, again, with a little mini paper clip. Floral sticker that kind of goes with the flowers, the stickers that I put on the card. Here goes another bee that I stamped, and another journal card that I made and put the little mini bullnose clip. And then this is the beginning of signature 2. Over here, journal card attached here. This is similar to the top tuck in signature 1, so I added the same ribbon here. One of the labels that I made. This is one of the numbers that I stamped. Again, one of the labels that I stamped. I put the pink butterfly, and I added this mini doily. I don't know if you guys can see it. Kind of flipped it over onto this side. And another journal card. Oh, I forgot to put something on the back of this one. I'll go back and do that. Let me leave it turned this way so I'll remember. So that one got by me. Another journal card. This is the weirdest thing. I just this gold paper clip just wound up right on my my desk. I have to ask my husband if he put it there because I have no idea where it came from. And so it was gold. It was pretty. I just tied some seam binding to the top of it. And I have no idea where this paper clip came from, but it made it in the journal. So that I thought looked cute. And then here's one of the inserts from when I took apart the signatures. Little sticker. I made this big journal card. This is one of the numbers that I stamped. And this is a label that I stamped. And I put some music on the back, kind of to tie it in with the music page. And then I had put this yellow and black ribbon on here. And when I did that in last week's video and showed it to you, it stuck to the page behind it, so you never got to see the page behind it. So here I think, I don't think you saw this, so there's a belly band that I put this cluster on with the little pink flower. I made this big journal card. These are all labels that I stamped. And then I just put a sticker on the back and backed it with some lined paper. And then stamped the bee, put another journal, a tag with the seam binding. Here is another tag, another vellum insert, another vellum pocket, another tag, again with, these are numbers and words that I stamped. And I just put that in there. And I used the same yellow seam binding for all of the tags. I tried to order some black, but it was out of stock, so. And then I showed you guys this trifold last week. And I was supposed to trim these down, but I never got around to it. So it has the tag here, tag here, tag here, and then an insert of coffee dyed paper here. And I, in last week's video, I put a link to the video in the description box, a link to Camelia Crafts Designs, which is where I saw this made. And then I added the belly band that I found, this canvas ribbon with bees on it. I stamped another little bee here, another little journal card that I made. Again, one of my labels. I had this piece of vellum left over, so what I did was I just tore a piece of paper grunged it up on the sides and stuck it in there. So now that's like a journaling, a little journaling spot. So I just clipped it there. And again, on these inserts, I put a little bit of lace on the edge and some bee fussy cuts, another one of the labels that I stamped. These are I stamped. Some stickers on the inside. And then again, on this one, I added some of the little lace on the edge. It's a delicate little lace, so I think it looks really pretty there. And over here, this is part of the same so I just kind of folded it in half, and this side is a flip and this side is a pocket. And before I glued it down, I stitched around it. And then there's just a big journal card in here. Well, it's actually not a big journal card. It's a regular size journal card. And I just put that in there. Another ribbon belly band. And I put some of the ephemera, Tim Holtz. I put some coffee dyed paper in it. Did a little pamphlet stitch in there, 3-hole. Stitched around this. And just put that in there. Again, the ribbon. Another pocket with a cluster. 2 journal cards. This one I stamped the bees on. And yeah, so I stamped the bee on the back of that one. Added the tab. So these go in here. Over here, I took some of the ribbon that I made the tie, the closure, and I just stitched some zigzag down the edge of it and attached it to this insert. This is one of the labels that I stamped a bee. And this is just one of the papers, and I added it as a fold. It's a little journal spot over here. So I just put that there with a little mini paper clip. And then this is the 2 flips that I added with the Tim Holtz linen tape. And then I added a strip of it to the edge to kind of tie it all together. So those are the journal cards that I made. Fussy cut bee. Here's another belly band that I made with some of the ribbon that I used on the cover. And then I just added these flowers and put another big journal card in there. The vellum. I didn't do anything to the vellum. I asked in one of the videos if I should or not, and only one person commented and said leave it alone, so I left it alone. And then I also had these little flowers that I thought tied in really well with the flowers I put here, so I just put those along the edge. And then over here, I have the little pocket that I made with the little bag, the tag. I put a bee stamp and added a little flower here. And then some of the ribbon that I put on this little pocket, I put along the edge of the page to tie it in. And then over here, I fussy cut this bottom tuck out of one of these pages, and then I just made a big journal card for it and stitched around that. And then this is one of the inserts that we added. I put a little cluster kind of thing here. And then this one is one that I forgot to stitch around. I added one of the labels that I made, and then I made these 2 journal cards. Oh, this is another one I forgot to put something on the back of, so I'm gonna flip it over. Added the little ribbon tab. And then here I had these two little pieces of masterboard left over from when I cut out all the tags and journal cards. So I just had these two little strips left over, which I had stitched around. So here I just added a little flower in the middle. I had to cut down these journal cards to fit in here, but I was able to do that and get them to fit. And then I stamped a bee here. Again, this journal card I had to cut down, and I had to be really careful because I had already stitched them. And luckily there was enough of border around the stitching where I was able to cut as close to the stitching as possible, and I did get it to fit in here without ruining it. I added another little cluster here with one of the labels that I made, a label that I made here. And then this is the last page. I just went simple and added one of the labels that I stamped, and that journal card that had been in the front of the journal, I just moved to the back here, and that has that. I had stitched around this piece of ephemera, and then it just slides right into this back pocket. So that's it. That's my finished bee journal. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not typically a frilly person. I don't use ribbon a lot or lace or whatever, but I went out of my comfort zone to do, get this ribbon in here with the bee colors, and I really like the way that it turned out. And it's a pretty hefty journal. It's heavy. And as I said, I went from 3 signatures to 2. I cut them all out and restitched them in. And so I like it. Again, here go the little dangles at the bottom, the spine, and then I'll just put the closure back on. So that's how it turned out. Please leave comments and let me know what you all think. Okay, there we go. Like to turn this right side up so that you could see the bees on it. Should have tied it a little tighter, but that's it. That's the final journal. So I hope you all enjoyed the final version of the bee journal. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, as I said in the beginning. But I really like the way it turned out, and I'm proud of it. It was the first themed journal that I made. The prior 2 journals were vintage, and I think those were a lot easier because a lot of the papers out there lend themselves to that. But trying to find things that were bee specific was a bit harder for me, and eventually I did. I came, across some items I had to order and wait for, so it took a lot longer. But I'm glad it's finally done. And as always, thank you for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, and press that notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. Thanks. Bye. See you next time.